Guys, back with another Magic Lines analysis video. Today we're going to talk about Tesla and where I think we're going next year and beyond. Before we get into that though, if you like the content, be sure to show your support by liking the video, subscribing to the channel. And if you want more analysis from me in real time, be sure to join the free Magic Lines Discord at the link in the description below. I am in there daily, giving real-time updates on stocks, crypto, commodities, all the good things. So check that out. Would love to have you in there. Okay, anyway, let's get to the chart. Got the 12-month chart here from Tesla, and it's a pretty simple chart. Always easy when we condense price into the very high time frame candles. We had a close above this zone here, which validates this as a very clean 1-year order block. So basically all buys in this green area. It's kind of a big area, but all buys in this green area I think are very, very, very good, because this is like our highest time frame demand. Of course, we can get this a little more drilled down by coming to the monthly chart here. Worth noting that Tesla kind of follows just your standard pattern of price. You generally have accumulation, you have expansion, you have reaccumulation. You usually see a little manipulation of the accumulation, re-expansion, reaccumulation, manipulation, re-expansion, right? And then here, I believe we've just undergone a very similar period. This 2021 sideways consolidation, this is your reaccumulation. This 2021 move here is your manipulation. And now I believe we're undergoing, once again, expansion, putting in some higher highs and higher lows. So when I trade expansions, I'm usually generating price targets on the basis of the size of the manipulation move / the origin area of the move. So your origin is going to be your series of down close candles that marks the bottom of the ensuing move. So right here, this 2022 area, you can see this very clean series of down close candles. This is an order block, right? And once we close above it, this zone is validated as a bullish order block. And I like to use these standard deviation, SD fibs, whatever you want to call them, where I mark out multiples of this zone, because this tends to be the fractal that price follows when expanding. Price is symmetrical in the way it likes to move, right? We like to move if we're pricing multiples of key ranges, right? So this is the key range here from 311 down to 101. And when we mark out targets for that, I like to take a conservative TP at the -2. I like to target the -4 for the full move. And that gives us 744 or so to the initial target on the upside, and a ultimate target of 1152, which is where I'm targeting this entire move. And you can see the last expansion we had. Here's your monthly manipulation. This is your up close candle followed by your series of down close candles, and you can see how that initial move went very cleanly to the -4 before a big pullback. So expecting a similar thing to happen here. I think 1166 is probably a little too optimistic of a target for 2026, but hopefully we can get there 2027, 2028. 740, 750 or so is a pretty big move from here, 58, 60% or so, but not out of the realm of possibility for something like Tesla with the way it moves. We are already up 115% from the tariff tantrum lows. So this is well within reach for Tesla. Now the question becomes, how exactly are we going to get there? I believe that this tariff low should remain intact. I don't see us going below 214. So the question now becomes, are we going to have, I'm going to switch off log so things look a little more symmetrical here. Are we going to have a shallow pullback in this expansion range after taking this high and then resume upward? Or are we going to have a deeper pullback into possibly the origin order block of this move, maybe dip back into the 200s and then go higher? I'm watching the monthly close this month pretty closely. We had this fair value gap left by the expansion in September, had a very clean sting into it in November. And if we can close the December high above 474, then we would validate this as an order block. And this should be a protected low here at 385. And that basically means anything in this green area coming into 2026 is a target for a reversal and a continuation higher. You can see how that aligns with weekly structure. So here's your weekly higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So if this low doesn't stay intact, we break weekly structure. This is probably not ideal. We probably trade back towards the range lows here, back sub 300. So would prefer to not see that. It is possible we could look for a bottom in this demand, somewhere in the low 300s. I don't like to just guess that the bottom will be there. These are sort of points of interest for me, and then we're observing the weekly candles and the 4-hour candles that go along with the weekly candles to see if we see signs of a bottom. At the moment, price is pulling back into a weekly gap that we left behind, and price's reaction to this gap is going to be kind of telling. Do we close through the mid-range of this gap or through it entirely? In which case, it's probably a sign that the weekly candles want to pull back at least, to 400 or so. Or do we recover, kind of put in some sweeps on the 4-hour chart here, ultimately put in a sweep on the weekly chart, and then maybe we can kind of put in a lower high up here and then continue up. So that's something I'll be monitoring in the Discord this week, and especially in January. Not expecting much to happen, as it's a short week this week, kind of a lame week in the markets. There's not a lot of news. I think people are still on vacation from the holidays. So January is where we're targeting, where the next low is going to be put in here, the next higher low, and then we're going to look to take a long up higher, either from in here or from down here, or God forbid, maybe from the low 300s. But we'll be tracking that on the Discord. Like I said, if you guys want my real-time thoughts on this updated, be sure to join. You can also check out the premium at magiclines.xyz, where I've got the real-time trade signals, more detailed entries, portfolio construction, the whole 9 yards. Got a little free trial there too. So feel free to check that out. Thank you guys for watching the video. I will see you in the next one.